afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I acknowledge all custodians of the land in the past and present, and I would like to thank Professor Rubai, Professor Rezek, Professor Natek, all of them doctors. Okay. Thank you for organizing this event. Really, all association working together. Fantastic to see this forum happening here. Well, I think not much left to me after all the speakers spoke this morning, from the variety of angles of this topic, the violence and the social media. We're going to talk about it. And you can see here Messenger, Instagram, and all these people who are troublemakers for us, I think. I consider them. I'm not really a fan of the social media, to be honest with you. I would rather to read something about the media, what Mazda presented, but at least I managed to solve this problem and take it. First of all, I just want to say something like the media in general, the social media, it changed our life completely. I mean, who can imagine 25 years ago when you are one of the mothers at home cooking something and we can see what she's cooking today. We have to really ring in the phone to talk, what are you cooking, or things like this. An artist or all these things. There's a variety of things going on in the social media. We see a variety of things. But how's this social media started? When talking about social media, it's useful to know the early beginning. Very quickly, the email and chat programs first appeared in the 1970s, but this expansion of communities did not appear until the creation of discussion group network Usenet in 1979. Usenet allowed users to post and receive messages within topics called new groups. Other discussion forums and bulletin board system enabled individuals to interact, each of which was essentially closed system. Then, with the release of the Mosaic web browser in 1993, these systems were linked to easy-to-use graphical interface, make it possible to navigate from one site to another with a single click on the World Wide Web. Fast internet connections also allowed groups of professionals with similar areas of interest to participate in formation and participation in conversation. we've seen انه العمليه اتطورت. احنا هلا بنفكر كثير ناس فكروا انه طلع الفيسبوك بيوم وليله والانستغرام طلع بيوم وليله والتيك توك. No, there is a process كان حامل وشيء وواحد عم بيولد الثاني. يعني they are inheriting things and company creating. كل واحد بيشتغل على السيستم بيشتغل عليه. السوشيال ميديا امباكت. مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي اللي هي الآن أصبحت منصات مجانية. It's a free space. كل واحد بيكتب في السوشيال ميديا. بيكتب بالبوليتكس، في الإيكونومي، في الموراليتي، في anything you can imagine. This one, because of the social media, nobody could use this one. حتى our privacy, our life, the people interfering in the other people's privacy. And they start talking about them. Well, what's happening here? Social media sites, as I said, become free platforms and platform for expressing opinions and discussing issues very freely, far from the borders and lines drawn by society and traditional media in reality. يعني كلكم بتشوفوا بتعرفوا الناس في ناس زادتها كتير يعني صراحة too much. يعني تكتب one comment about something, didn't like it, the other one, start abusing you, writing things to you, threatening you because he didn't like what you wrote, or you put there, or publish, whatever. But I mean, this is a free, and how are you going to find out who is that person? Some people using their fake names, أسماء مستعارة بحطوها, وبيكتب وبإمكانه attack you, attack anyone, and nobody will punish him. What we'll talk about in details more later. They have also become a fertile field for releasing and repressed feelings of some individuals, including blogs, posts, and videos that contain extremist ideas and violent scenes. فوسائل التواصل عم بتساعد انه تطلع هالمشاعر المكبوته. الناس المقهورين المضطهدين اللي بخافوا عندهمش قدره انهم يعبروا عن انفسهم باي طريقه، فبيجدوا انه احسن وسيله انه استخدم الفيسبوك، attack someone, Twitter, Instagram, any of the social media platform, which is a situation that become more dangerous if we know that most of users of these virtual spaces are children. Well, this is the point we are talking about in this session, talking about social media violence and children, exactly. But some of the speakers before that, they mentioned about the children and social media and all the effect of this one. This is what made hours of access them in very high on daily basis. We notice كل الأطفال طول نهارهم محملين هالتلفونات بيشتغلوا فيهم تك 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 كليك كليك بيتفرجوا حدا يعني حتى ما في يمكن تكون authority للبيرنتس عندهم إنه كيف نسيطر على الوضع هذا. خلي الولد يتلهى، أعطيه التلفون بيلعب فيه. طب يا عمي سيطر على الولد، بلكي بيشوف على أشياء مش لازم يشوفها. لا خليه يتسلى. But this is dangerous. But I mean, this is what made them occupy a central role within the social system. Not in terms of the fact that their work transmit or reproduce reality, rather because it shapes and builds in the image that completely represented. If we look at the تأثير وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي على حياة الأستراليين, the social media impact on life of Australians. Social media is having a growing impact on the lives of Australians and has fundamentally impacted and changed the way we engage. While there are benefits of social media, such as aiding social connection for certain groups, there are significant negative and damaging aspects of social media. Social media كانت very helpful for us during the corona. And you know, many of you probably remember how many webinars done by the association with Dr. Rubai and the doctors. We remember Dr. Ahmad Birro. He used to send text message every day with the figures and statistics of how many people died today and how many cases we have, all these. This is great things. Social media is helpful for us now. Any deaths happening everywhere, we send condolence. We don't know to go travel all the way to see our friends or whoever pass away. Send these text messages for them. This is great, fantastic. So wedding, congratulations. All these things is very good. This is a positive use of the social media. But the most dangerous things, and it really is nothing driving the people attention, the people who are making the policy, social policy, what mostly the violence in these messages. By publishing or expressing harmful, aggressive, or highly threatening content via digital platforms, the content may include explicit threats, hate speech, cyberbullying, harassment, explicit images, and other forms of harmful conduct that can incite fear and cause harm or tension between individuals or groups online. This behavior can manifest in multiple ways, such as text, images, and videos, and can have a real-life impact on individuals targeted or affected by that content. This is the risk of this one. خلينا بس نشوف يعني can we look at the gender who are using the social media. If you look here at this diagram, that's by general, this association, this really very well respected of putting figures. Look at the youth, how much they're using the other female and male, female blue, male the orange. 50%, nearly 51%, that's female, 49, 10% male using one. I mean, female they're using more a little bit, it's not much. That's what was the YouTube. Look at the Facebook, 53% female, 47 male. Look at the LinkedIn, 46.30 female, 70% male. Again, Instagram, 56%, 43. Snapchat, 53, 46. TikTok, Twitter, X-Twitter, all these things. That show you, I mean, mostly, maybe most Australian, you can say, using the social media. And look at the figures here to show you that all of us involved in this one. Now, almost 60% and carers are worried about how social media affects their teens' mental health and well-being, according to new report. Just this report being published about early April. Answering open-ended question about their concern for their children's well-being, parents and carers choose social media as a top issue concern for frequently than other issue. 35% in survey by the Mental Health Service reach out. There is the effect here. In nationally representative survey of 631 parents and carers living in Australia and caring for 921 young people aged 12 to 18, which was carried out on April 23, 59% said their teen social media use was of concern. That's mean, sure, we're saying at the beginning that we're giving the phone to the little child to play with it, but still many parents, they are concerned about what their kids watching, what they are seeing on this social media. If we look at the number of users of the, this one here, this is the number of users for the social media. Look at the figure down, the 13 to 17 years old. There are 348, 500, nearly 350, you might say. This is a big number for this age. And for 18 to 24 years old, you see, they are about, that's the total of 1,600,000 something. And look at the 23-4, this is the highest, the 25 to 34, this is the biggest number. 34 to 45, to 35 to 44, a little bit less. And gradually we can see 65 years old, they are, it's not bad. I mean, it should be, that's actually the category where I am now here. That's me, 65 years and old. I was expecting to be from 13 to 17, but it ended up I'm doing well, this one. Great, but I lost my, I lost my word, okay. That's to show you, this is the diagram just to show you how much we are, this is the different age using the social media. Now, further, there is increasing evidence of social media being used as a mechanism to perpetrate abuse and harassment, particularly in the context of gender-based violence. That's been talked about it before in the morning. We're not going through many of these details. Traditionally, policymaking has focused on cyberbullying, particularly in relation to children and adolescents. This remains an important focus. However, technology-facilitated abuse has become an increasingly prevalent feature in domestic and family violence, with perpetrators using social media platforms to monitor, abuse, control, stalk, isolate, and harass victim survivors. And I think we heard about it before from our speaker before me. That's very good. While social media can bring us together, as we said, we're now in as we say, we're a small village around the world. You can text someone and you know exactly what you're doing, what you want, all these things. But this one, it can also deepen division, challenge social cohesion. Australia are increasingly relying on social media as their main source of news. This is problematic when the algorithm, which is al-Khwarizmiyat, used by social media platform and designed to show people what they want to see, meaning people are less likely to be exposed to content that challenges their views. Everybody today talk about the killing, predominantly women, Bondi Junction. We talked about the attack on Bishop and the Western Sydney suburb at Wakely. Have come with time, horrendously. Relentless killing of women and amid heightened tension provoked by Gaza conflict. All these come together. You remember the last couple of months before the Gaza war, all these happening all one each other. The Bondi Junction happens, the Gaza was there, the attack on the priest. That's really make the social media very, very, very volatile topic. Social media is a thread, has run through all these stories, from misinformation to disinformation. I think Majda, she mentioned before me about the media and what's the role they play in this one, about Bondi attacker and about the Bishop and about Gaza. But social media thread that has run through all these stories, from misinformation, disinformation, and spread about Bondi Junction, as we mentioned, all these things. Now, if we continue like this, there is no other way of the government can really legislate or do something about it. The federal government has numerous reviews, consultation, and process ongoing in various parts of the tech sector, some likely to come back and be resolved in coming weeks, other with results not expected until much later in the year. As the government consider how to address the online misinformation and misogynist violent content, it has a plethora of recent suggestions about how we could done this one. Yes, 1 minute? Wallahi, طيب. Can we play that? Just show you this video of Mr. Albanese, what he talked about the influence of the media, the social media giant.
I haven't seen Michelle Rowland's comments, but Michelle Rowland is quite on top of these issues. She's the Communications Minister. And certainly the issue of Andrew Tate is symptomatic of a problem that is a global problem that we are dealing with content that promotes violence of different forms, in some cases a misogynistic violent approach towards women, but in other cases, as we've seen recently as well with the comments of the E-Safety Commissioner, we need to be very conscious about what is online and about the impact that it is having. Now that is something that is a role for government, but it's also a role for public discourse, I think. We need to have a real discussion about the impact, and I know when I talk with parents, they're very concerned about what their young sons and daughters are getting access to, about the impact that it has, including just making things which should never be normal seem normal. The use of algorithms that can push that sort of material towards people as well is of great concern. It's something I know that Michelle is concerned about. It's something that I spoke about in December 2019 in my second vision statement that I did as leader of the Labor Party. I spoke about the role of social media, the role that this was having in society, and certainly it's a debate that we have to have.
Okay. I wasn't sure that it's too long, this one. I was thinking it's only 1 minute, was it less? Yes, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, okay, we heard what Mr. Albanese said in his word, but after he's saying it would be something determining exactly what the government will actually do, further regulate the big tech and social media space is still open question. That's what we're looking for, And I hope that in the conclusion, very quickly, I'm just say in this one, I would like to see Australia, and we need to start campaign aimed to growing awareness around the downside of excessive social media engagement among young people seems to seek online all of the time now. We need more laws in place and stronger laws in place absolutely to compel these giant social media companies to follow the strict guidelines on the content and remove any violence material. Thank you very much.
Thank you.